Okay, so think about this. Have you ever wondered why, one specific meal just sticks with you more than any other?
Yeah, it's a really good question.
You know the one I mean. It's not just that you're hungry and it tastes good. It's something more.
It is fascinating, isn't it? How some dishes just really resonate with us on a level beyond just, well, taste.
Exactly. And that's what we're going to get into today. We're sort of pulling apart the layers, moving past, oh, it's delicious.
Right. We want to understand what really makes a meal a favorite, all
Mhm.
those different components.
Yeah, we're trying to decode the delicious,
Yeah,
basically. What makes a meal truly significant?
because it often taps into things like culture, memory, all the senses, really, not
Yeah.
just taste buds.
Okay, perfect example. Let's talk about, say, chicken biryani.
Yes, good one.
Just hearing the name, it
Right.
probably paints a picture, right? Maybe even makes you think of certain flavors or smells.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Instantly. Transports you, doesn't it?
yeah.
To South Asia, the Indian subcontinent,
Right. It has that immediate sense of place.
and culture. It carries so much culinary history in just those two words. Though it's interesting how many regional variations there are, too.
Oh, definitely. It's not like there's only one way to make it. And when you start breaking it down, I mean, it's way more complex than just chicken and rice.
Oh, way more. The ingredients themselves are like the foundation. You need that specific long-grain basmati rice, you know, for the texture and the aroma,
Uh-huh.
then the chicken, obviously. But the spices, that's where so much character comes from.
Yeah, what goes into that usually?
Well, you've got things like turmeric for color and earthiness,
Mm-hmm.
cumin, coriander, definitely garam masala for that warmth, maybe some chili powder for heat. It's a whole blend.
A carefully chosen blend.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And fun fact, some of those spices have been, traded globally for centuries.
Yeah.
A huge historical significance.
Wow. And it's not just the powders, right? I always think of the fresh stuff in there, too.
Yes. Crucial. Fresh mint, fresh cilantro. They add this brightness, this lift that cuts through the richness. You need that contrast.
Okay, yeah, I get that.
And then there are these, well, special touches. Caramelized onions. They bring this amazing, deep, sweet flavor.
Oh, yeah, the crispy ones on top sometimes, too.
Those two. And maybe a bit of saffron-infused milk that gives it that beautiful golden color and a really subtle, kind of luxurious aroma.
See, these little things, they add up.
They really do. They elevate it from just food to an experience.
So, okay, ingredients are key, but how it's made, that seems like a whole different level of artistry with biryani. It's not quick.
No, definitely not a weeknight stir-fry situation. It's a process.
Uh,
Marinating the chicken is a big step, usually in yogurt and spices.
why the yogurt?
Well, it helps tenderize the meat, but it also carries the flavor deep into the chicken. You often let it sit for hours or even overnight.
Makes sense.
And rice isn't just boiled either. It's typically parboiled, cooked partway.
Why is it that?
So that when it cooks the rest of the way with the chicken and spices, each grain stays separate and fluffy, not mushy.
Yeah.
It's all about that final texture.
Ah, okay. And I've heard about this special cooking method. Dumb cooking. What is that exactly?
Right. Dumb. It basically means cooking under steam. You layer the partially cooked rice and the marinated chicken mixture in a heavy bottom pot,
Uh-huh.
and then you seal the lid really tightly. Sometimes people even use dough around the rim to make sure almost no steam escapes.
Ah, okay.
And then you cook it on very, very low heat for quite a while.
What does that do?
It allows all those amazing flavors, the spices, the chicken, the rice, the aromatics, to just gently meld together. It steams everything perfectly, keeps the chicken incredibly moist, and infuses the rice. It creates this depth of flavor you just can't rush.
That sounds incredible. So after all that effort, you finally take the lid off. What hits you first? Got to be the sight and smell, right?
Oh, absolutely. Visually, it's often stunning. You see these layers, the golden saffron rice, the white rice, the pieces of chicken peeking through, maybe garnished with the green herbs, those brown
It's
onions.
like a mosaic.
It really is. And the aroma. Oh, it fills the room. It's warm, spicy, savory, maybe a little sweet from the onions and saffron. It's instantly inviting. Your senses are already firing before you take a bite.
Your brain's already halfway there.
Exactly. And then that first taste.
What's the profile like? Is it just spicy?
Not necessarily just spicy, it's complex. You get the savory chicken, the warmth and depth from the spices, maybe a little heat depending on the recipe, but also that subtle sweetness we talked about. It's balanced.
And the textures must be amazing after that dumb cooking.
Oh, yeah. You get the really tender, juicy chicken. The rice is perfectly fluffy, each grain distinct. And then maybe you get a bit of crunch from fried onions if they're used as a garnish. It's a whole interplay in your mouth.
Okay, so incredible taste, texture, smell, looks. But it feels like there's still something missing for why it becomes a favorite. Something beyond just how good it is technically.
You're absolutely right. And that's where the personal connection comes in. Memory, nostalgia.
Okay. Tell me more about that. Well, think about it. Maybe chicken biryani is the dish your family always had for big celebrations. Or maybe it's something your grandmother made that just felt like comfort.
Yeah. Or maybe a meal you shared with friends during a really important time.
Exactly. Those associations, those memories, get baked into the dish itself, in a way. Food is powerfully linked to memory, especially through smell.
That makes so much sense. So the aroma doesn't just smell good, it actually triggers feelings, maybe transports you back.
Precisely. And that emotional connection can elevate a perfectly good dish to something truly special, something deeply cherished. It becomes more than just sustenance. It's part of your personal story.
So sometimes the best version isn't the fanciest restaurant one, it's the one tied to those good feelings.
Often, yes. It's the one that tastes like home or celebration or comfort. That's powerful stuff.
It really is. And usually you don't eat a dish like biryani just on its own, do you? There are sides.
Good point. Accompaniments play a big role, too. They complete the picture, like a cooling raita.
What's in raita again? It's usually yogurt-based, often with grated cucumber, maybe some mint, a pinch of spice. It's really refreshing. And it balances the richness and spice of the biryani beautifully.
Right, that cool contrast.
Exactly. Or even just a simple fresh salad, like some sliced onions and tomatoes, can add a nice crisp counterpoint. Maybe some boiled eggs sometimes too.
And drinks. You mentioned mango lassi earlier.
Ah, yes, mango lassi. Sweet, creamy, tangy.
Yeah.
It's a classic pairing. It coats your palate, cools things down if the biryani is spicy. Just works perfectly.
Okay, so when you put it all together,
Yeah,
wow, it's not just one thing.
not at all.
It's the specific ingredients, the careful preparation, that dumb technique,
Mm-hmm.
how it looks, how it smells, the amazing balance of flavors and textures.
Right.
And then layered on top of all that is the cultural meaning, the tradition, and crucially, your own personal memories and feelings associated with it.
Exactly. It's this whole package deal.
Yeah.
A truly holistic experience. All these elements weave together to create that special connection we have with our favorite foods.
It's actually kind of amazing to think about all that complexity packed into something we might just call dinner.
It really is. It gives you a new appreciation for food, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's so much more than fuel. It's
Yeah.
culture, it's history, it's emotion, it's connection.
Definitely makes you think. So maybe next time you're eating, or even just thinking about that one meal you truly love,
Yep.
take a second. Think about all these layers we talked about. What are the specific ingredients you love? How is it made? What does it look and smell like? And maybe most importantly, what are the memories, the feelings that make it so much more than just food for you?
That's a great takeaway. Really exploring that personal food landscape.
Well, if you enjoyed this deep dive into what makes a meal really special and you want to explore more stuff like this with us, definitely hit that like button, share it with anyone else who loves food.
Or just thinking about food.
Right. And make sure you subscribe so you don't miss our next explorations.